Good evening. It's Thursday, April 28th. I want to talk about varying tastes or a variety of tastes. For me, this came up when I saw an article about, of all things, selection among a particular species of birds. And I don't remember what species of bird it was, and I can't even remember who was doing the research. But the surprise result was that the less elite birds, shall we say, of a particular species appeared to prefer each other. Okay. I'm not explaining it very well. The researchers had figured out specifically, what the ideal male was in this particular type of bird. And they had some ranked females and some lesser quality males, shall we say. And for reasons they couldn't quite figure out, the quote unquote lesser quality females were preferring the lesser quality males. And what I took from it was that perhaps the evaluators, the human evaluators, weren't noticing what the birds were noticing. Or whatever. I think we get a lot of things about the work of Charles Darwin wrong. And one of the things is this survival of the fittest thing, and the idea that, the most ideal individual of a species gets their choice of partners or something like that. Okay. How does that relate to pots? Well, the fact of the matter is, this is Cam. The fact of the matter is that when we're trying to rank the pots that we see, say, at a particular fair, some of us may have this sense of, who's doing the best pots. Even if you just evaluating coffee cups. So you go through a whole fair and you say, oh yes, this person's absolutely making the best coffee cups. Well, okay, that's your opinion. And luckily for the other potters, it doesn't necessarily match the opinion of the customers. And it doesn't even have to be couched in terms of, the best pots and then the second best pots and the third best pots and so forth. The pots are different and the customers are different. And if we actually did a, thorough process of cross-examining the customers, we might find out why particular customers were preferring particular work over other work when it doesn't agree with our opinion. And it might be as simple as, I prefer the cheaper ones because it hurts less when I break them. Or I prefer the heavy, clunky ones because they don't break when I drop them. Or I really like yellow. It could be that simple. And this came up when I was early on as a full-time potter, trying to price my work and getting into my head that, rightly, I should charge more for the better mugs. The problem was I kept having to explain to the customers, the potential customers, why I thought this particular mug deserved a higher price than that one, because the qualities I was seeing, they weren't. Well, that got pretty time consuming. And so what I ended up with doing was deciding that I should just go with averages. So I would put out a table and cover it with the same size mug, and those were all the same price a piece. And I would admit, okay, yeah, they're all $20 a piece. Um, some of them are better than others. I'll let you be the judge of which ones are good enough to own. And it got my opinion, my needs, my preferences out of the pricing process. And I think that was pretty valuable. It certainly loosened people up. And it also gave people a reason, in some cases, to try every one. And it was kind of cute sometimes watching someone try to go through, 100 coffee cups to find the one that was the secret bargain. That was really better than the price, you know. So try not to overjudge your own work and don't expect the way you judge other people's work to match how they judge other people's work. There's a lot of variety in this, and there's no one version of, the good one or the best one or the most fit one or any of that. Um, I'm pretty sure that wasn't what Darwin was getting at all, but people love to misinterpret science. So, have a good night.